People trying to bring their pets to Guam are encountering problems with Guam's quarantine program overseen by the Department of Agriculture. That's according to Senator Tina Muñoz Barnes.
The nature of the complaints that have come into me in the last several weeks are all on processing time and also on being able to ascertain the facilities.
The senator says she has been receiving complaints not only on processing time, but why Guam only has one commercial quarantine facility, or CQF, for years. She also talks about how veterinarian Dr. Joel Joseph has applied to make his Waizawa clinic into a CQF to compete. However, Dr. Thomas Poole says the island actually has two, one civilian facility run by current senatorial candidate Dr. Velma Harper since 1983, and another operated by the military on Andersen Air Force Base.
The military opened their own about 10 years ago, and as I said, about 90+% of the animal movement is military, and so most of this is going to Andersen. So it's a pretty small number of animals that actually get quarantined in Dr. Harper's place. And it's not big money anymore, it's not big business.
Dr. Poole explains there are strict rules and guidelines that they enforce to run a CQF. For example, Dr. Harper's quarantine facility must be in a remote location and must have a certain type of fencing. He says that's just some of the reasons why Dr. Joseph's or Dr. Harper's veterinarian clinics cannot be CQFs.
This thing has to have a perimeter fence, 8 feet tall, with barbed wire to keep things out and to keep things in. And so you just really sort of can't get around that unless you change the law, which is fine. We didn't write the law, we just enforce it. So if someone wants to eliminate the barrier fence and say you can have it in quarantine facility in downtown, we're just going to enforce the laws, whatever they are.
Poole also feels Senator Barnes has been misled with the information she has been given. Nevertheless, Senator Barnes says she wants an oversight hearing or meeting with Department of Agriculture officials to clear up the matter.
And we want to come together to have an oversight, to see what we can do to streamline the application process and make sure that we've got everything in order and that what happens for one happens for everybody.
Though Dr. Poole adds there's just no money in running a CQF, Barnes says there has to be a way to create healthy competition to keep prices low and address people's complaints about this program.
If you have more than one facility here, of course, competition will be open to the community at large. There will probably be more competitive rates. When we look at the pending administrative rules and regulations that exist today, we've got to make sure that we afford the opportunity to everybody who's capable of affording that kind of business here on Guam.
You have to realize that this is a government function that we, through lack of resources in 1983, contracted out. Because it would cost millions to build a quarantine facility.
Okay.
And there's almost no business in this now. So it's unlikely that anyone is going to go out and build a quarantine facility that meets the standards because there's not enough money in it now that the military has built theirs.
Josh Tikenko, PNC News.
That's why this whole